Hello, and welcome to Reddit Rewind, where we cover Reddit's most ridiculous stories. Choosing Beggar demands I pay for her shopping when she didn't bring anything to pay with. This happened just an hour ago, and I'm laughing at the insanity and absurdity at the situation. So, as everyone is painfully aware, there's a little situation going on in the world, and we're on lockdown with the exception of going out for essential shopping. So, some backstory. My Nan and I are close. She's the fifth member of our family: mom, dad, me, my brother, and my Nan. And she's elderly disabled and asthmatic, so she's high risk and vulnerable. Now, I'm also severely asthmatic, and I probably shouldn't be going out shopping, but for my Nan, I'm willing to risk it. So I go out to do her shopping at Morrison's. She gives me her shopping list, and I get what she needs, what's available. Side funny story, the toilet roll aisle was fully stocked, and I was shocked. I don't get why people are so obsessed with toilet rolls, but if that's what people panic by in this situation, at least future history lessons and exams will have ridiculous questions, and my grandkids in the future can ask about it, and I can have a laugh. Anyway, on to the story. So, like at most stores, there's markings to help with social distancing and keep people safe. So, this CB started off by ramming me with her trolley while I was waiting to scan my items and pay, and was invading my personal space. Very rude. So, I begin placing my items on the till, and she's just glaring at me for some reason and muttering to herself about me hurrying up. I place the divider and go and start bagging my items. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had to rush for you. So, as I'm bagging my items and about to pay, the cashier continues scanning strange items I wasn't buying. I ask the cashier, "What's going on? Those aren't mine." And the cashier is confused, saying, "There's no divider." I look up and this CB has removed the divider, and now her items are being scanned and added to my bill. I tell the cashier, and she starts to remove the items and sort the mistake. This is when the CB goes insane.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
I'm confused and tell her that her items are accidentally being scanned and thinking that the divider must have been buried in the shopping and didn't think it was a big deal as the cashier was apologetic and sorted it.
You need to pay for my shopping.
I was just shocked and simply say, "What?" She glares at me.
My items were being scanned on your shopping, so you have to pay for them. And since you're paying for some, now you must buy my whole shopping.
I give the cashier a look and am absolutely gobsmacked. "What makes you think I'm going to buy your shopping?" She scoffs and continues on about how a few mistakes means I have to pay. I pay for my items, and she still stood there expectantly waiting for me to pay for her shopping. I begin to walk away, and she screams for me to come back. People are now staring, so I turn and say, "Lady, I don't know you, and I don't have to buy your shopping for any reason." She then screams for security and feeds them some lie about me having to pay for her shopping. He called me over to ask what was happening, and I told him. She then went on admitting she removed the divider thinking I wouldn't notice and I'd pay for her. Thankfully, the security guard just looked at her and told her the same thing I said, that I didn't have to. As I began walking away, she was screaming at the cashier saying she didn't have any cash or cards on her to pay and was demanding her to honor some expired coupons. I left before anything else, so I don't know how it ended. So this woman thought she was entitled to her shopping, and I had to pay for it as she hadn't got any way to pay for it. Honestly, how can you be so stupid not to bring a means of paying for shopping? I'm wondering if she tried it before and whether it worked on other people. I ain't buying someone else's shopping for no good reason. Thanks for reading, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. That's a crazy story. That woman was either insane, a really bad scam artist, or both. The fact that she tried this move and was expecting it to work just also shows extremely low intelligence. I mean, no one in their right mind would do that. Just the fact that she tried to do it just by removing the divider without even a conversation beforehand or setting up a certain rapport with the potential mark, that scam would never work. I don't know what she was trying to do. Well, good on the OP for supplying us with this story, and I'm very glad that they didn't pay a cent for this horrible person. So I found a few posts in the comments section. Here they are. Something similar actually happened to me, although not as serious. When I was at the checkout, some teenage girls thought they would be smart and sneak their shampoo on my end of the divider. I noticed, I paid for it, and put it in my bags and left. They were kind of shocked when they didn't get the shampoo. Yeah, well, kids are kids. They're going to test out their limits. They thought they'd try a scam, wasn't well thought through, it failed. End of story. Maybe they'll be smarter next time or actually pay for their stuff. Next comment. I worked as a grocery retail cashier for many years, and I can honestly say that I can spot the crazies from a mile away. This is a common strategy used by the homeless, old folks, junkies, etc. They either purposely hold up the line so much that the person behind them gets so frustrated that they just end up paying for their crap so they can move on. Or use some sort of sob story to guilt people into paying for their items, or claim they don't have any money. Meanwhile, there's a whole ass band of bills in their pocket, etc. I really, really encourage all of you not to pay for anyone's groceries other than your own. This is a scam that these people get away with time and time again by abusing the kindness of others. So I've actually run into this scam before with people who didn't have means to actually pay for their food and were standing in front holding up the line, counting their change or just coming up short, et cetera, et cetera. And it has worked. And to be honest, this scam or this particular method has worked on me before. I've helped a couple people out who didn't have enough money to buy their 3 items that were there so they could actually get a meal. I don't know if I should have, but I did in the past. This seems like more legitimate time to help someone in need if they really need it because they can't pay for their 2 or 3 items like hot dogs and beer, which was, in my case, what the guy needed. A package of raw hot dogs and 1 beer. So, next comment, and I like this one just because it's so ridiculous. I had a drunk guy come in once at 9 a.m. Looked like he forgot what he was buying after trying to talk to me. He left without buying anything, but left his grocery list. Only things on it, chicken boobs. So I guess that guy was so drunk at 9 a.m. he forgot that they're called chicken breasts. But it's a fun story. I guess cashiers see a lot of crazy stuff. So our last comment. Once I went to the grocery store and only had 2 items. I got in line behind a woman with a full cart of food. She looked at my things and told me to go on in front of her. I asked if she was sure, completely ready to just wait my turn. She told me, "Don't be silly, you have 2 things. I have a full cart. Go ahead." So I stepped in front of her and started my transaction. Next thing you know, she's telling the cashier to ring up her things up with mine as well. I was like, "What?" She said, "Well, because I let you go in front of me, I thought you would pay for me." I was just like, no. Just because you let me go in front of you doesn't mean I'm paying for your entire cart worth of food. Yeah, again, another scam artist trying to get people to pay for their stuff with a sneaky little trick. This one was a little bit more intelligent than the original story, but still, I don't think would work on anyone. But this just seems like something that people would try more often. I don't know what I would do in this particular situation. I think I'd tell her to, F off and mind her own business and pay for her own stuff. Never been in this particular situation, don't know how I'd react. I gotta ask the audience, how would you guys react? Mention that in the comments down below. Anyways, that's our story for today. Hope you liked it. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And till next time.